did not make it to Game 8 last year.
Yeah, but he's back. So good news for Colts fans. You've got your quarterback back there. But same as the Lions, some questions about your offensive line. Can they keep that pocket clean and keep Andrew Luck upright? Also, on the defensive side of the ball, back end beat up a little bit. How do those guys play this afternoon?
Well, it should be a lot of fun. And before we get started, we check in downstairs. Welcome in Laura Oakman. Laura.
Hi, Kenny. We all know how practical Andrew Luck is. Just look at his flip phone or his press conferences. And that's exactly how he's trying to come across today. It's his first meaningful game in 10 months, but he told me he's not going to allow himself to make this into a big deal. I asked him, if you didn't stop yourself, where would your head go? His answer? To the urgency. This wasn't an injury. It was a vital organ. I've never taken this game for granted, but there's a new sense of urgency when you see it can be taken away in a second. Kenny, he's not calling it a big moment, but there is nobody on the sideline or in this stadium who would agree with him.
All right, thanks, Laura. So Andrew Luck will appear in a regular season game for the first time since November 8th, 2015. Chuck Pagano in his 5th season as Colts head coach. And the former head coach here in Indianapolis, Jim Caldwell, 3rd season with the Lions. Lions have won the toss, elected to defer. New rule this season, Darryl, following a touchback on a kickoff. Team will start at the 25-yard line, not the 20.
I think it'll be interesting to see how that strategy plays out during the course of the season.
So here is Andrew Luck, who leads the Indianapolis Colts offense out onto the field.
And great to have him back. And remember, there was a change in coordinator midseason last year, the same game that Andrew Luck went down. So they've had the entire offseason to work together. So Rob Chunsinski, Andrew Luck, this is the first opportunity we're going to get to see this offense that he wants to put his stamp on.
Frank Gore in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Colts. Off the play fake. Luck checks it down. It's Gore. Gain of 6 out to the 31. Tahir Whitehead made the tackle.
Well, we talked about that offensive line for the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Costanzo is going to be one of the guys we're looking at because he's going to be going up against one of the more elite pass rushers in the NFL with Ezekiel Elliott. Now, Zeke will move throughout that lineup and challenge everybody, but if this skill position group is going to have an opportunity to make plays, it's all going to rest on the shoulders of that offensive line.
On 2nd down and 4, it is Gore. He is the leading rusher among active running backs in the National Football League. 3rd and short upcoming as we check out the Lions defensive unit.
And they've got playmakers at every level. There's Ziggy Ansah on the D-line. DeAndre Levy returns to the lineup, only played 17 snaps last season, played at a Pro Bowl level in 2013-2014.
Third down and 1 for the Colts on their opening possession. Robert Turbin in the backfield. And it's Luck on 3rd down, looking for the push. Does not look like enough.
He did not get any yardage. That offensive line got virtually no movement whatsoever against that Lion front. Enough for the first down, though. That's how you can see just shy of that line. You see him push back right there. This is going to be a heck of an effort by Andrew Luck as he goes to the ground to try and slide forward right there. The Lions had it contained. They had it stopped. But a savvy move by Andrew Luck sliding to his left.
So a good second effort by Luck. And the Colts move the change. 3 receivers split to the left on 1st down.
That's something to watch today. Andrew Luck, one of the best guys at working that cadence in the NFL.
Again, it is Gore. Out to the 39-yard line. Wrapped up by Levy, a gain of 4.
Frank Gore does not get the respect, the appreciation around the NFL that he deserves. He is the leading active rusher in the NFL. Here's a guy that started out his career with 2 ACL injuries, still playing at a very high level at this stage.
Colts go to the hurry-up. It is Gore once again. Out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Gain of 2. Gore spent 10 seasons in San Francisco. His 2nd year with the Colts, a 5-time Pro Bowl back.
Well, good news for Colts fans. When we had an opportunity to visit with Frank on Friday, he said this offensive line reminds him of that San Francisco line early on. So there's an opportunity for this group to grow, come together, and be a pretty productive group in the NFL. That's some high praise from Frank Gore.
Third down and 4. Colts must get to the 45. And they do, as the catch is made in Lions territory by T.Y. Hilton, who has gone to the Pro Bowl following the last 2 seasons, a gain of 14.
Really nice protection by the offensive line. It allows this route to develop. T.Y. Hilton over in the center. Nice job seeing DeAndre Levy in front of him, finding that open spot, and look at that pocket created by the Colts offensive line.
3 receivers to the left.
White 90. Hey, T, tornado, T right now. White 90.
On count by Luck. On 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Down he goes. Back at the 48. It's Kerry Hyder, who had a terrific preseason. 3 sacks in 1 game for the Lions against the Buffalo Bills.
And we've got some vertical routes down the field. So your checkoff point was Dante Moncrief, number 10 at the bottom. But you can see Andrew Luck is scanning deep down the field. When he comes to his left for the check down, it's already too late. The pressure gets to him. Good job of holding on to the ball. That was great contact on the football by Kerry Hyder. Good strong hands by Andrew Luck.
Loss of 6 on the sack. 2nd down and 16. Penalty marker as Luck hits Gore out of the backfield. Our first flag. And Hockley, our referee.
Holding, offense, number 71. The penalty is declined. Brings up 3rd down.
Denzel Good playing right guard, the area that the Colts really targeted to be the spot they wanted to work on. So it's a little game right there. You stay on it a little bit too long. Here comes the twist. Back inside. You're unable to kick back down inside and pick up the looper.
Good, a former tackle now at right guard. Penalty declined. Result of the play, a 1-yard gain. Now 3rd down and 15. Colts must get to the 36. The shovel pass, but it did not fool the Lions. It's Robert Turbin, and he is brought down by Haloti Ngata, so the Colts will punt it away.
But what was one of the big things that Chuck Pagano talked to us on Friday about this game? Field position was going to be key. He's got great specialists on his special teams. That's a conservative play call right there. If it pops, great, and you get the 1st down on a 3rd and long, fantastic. If not, hey, let's get Pat McAfee out there and see if we can bury the Lions deep in their end.
Andre Roberts back deep for Detroit. McAfee punting from the 42-yard line. Roberts lets it go, and it bounces into the end zone now. 20-yard line for a touchback on a punt.
We'll keep that rule the same.
Yes, Matthew Stafford of the Lions offense up next. Back in Indianapolis, first series for Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions offense. From the 20-yard line, 3 wide receivers set. Stafford throws, and it's complete to Golden Tate. And he is close to a 1st down.
Man, a really nice progression the 2nd half of last season. You can see right there what he's done throughout his career, and he's very excited to have had the opportunity. Very similar to what Indianapolis had happen. Detroit makes a coordinator change midseason. You've got to kind of stay with that offense. Matthew Stafford and Jim Bob Cooter able to put their own spin on their offense in the offseason.
Gain of 11 on 1st down. From the 31, this is Abdullah. Amir Abdullah, the 2nd-year back out of Nebraska gains 4 running behind this offensive line.
And very similar to the Colts again, an offensive line that has a lot of questions surrounding it. A lot of people will focus on Taylor Decker. He's a rookie starting at left tackle. He played some tough guys during the course of the preseason. Very similar. If this offense and that skill position are going to have success, it's all up to the big guys up front.
3 receivers set, 2nd down and 6. Stafford complete. It's Anquan Bolden. His first catch as a Lion. There is a flag as Bolden takes it all the way down to the Colts' 35-yard line, a gain of 30.
We'll see what the flag is, but that is vintage Anquan Bolden. Tough catches over the middle, physical presence once he gets the ball in his hands.
But it looks like it's coming back.
Holding offense number 15. It's a 10-yard penalty enforced from the spot of the foul. We will now determine whether it was a first down.
Now this is down in the secondary, so watch as number 15 comes in from your right. There he is right there, working against Johnson Batimosi.
Even after the foul enforcement, it is a first down.
Anquan Bolden's not going to run away from anybody at this stage of his career, but boy, he can work in between the numbers, and he plays the wide receiver position like a linebacker.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. It's Abdullah who gains 4 as we take a look at the Indianapolis Colts defensive unit.
Yeah, and this is a group that's really kind of trying to change the perception of what's going on here in Indianapolis. We talked to DeQuell Jackson, and he's tired of it. You know, since they drafted Peyton Manning, and then right after that, here comes Andrew Luck. This has been a franchise with an offensive identity, and he wants to change that this season.
Right, he said as a defense, we're the stepbrother. 2nd down and 6. Stafford to Tate in Colts territory, just shy of the marker as we head to Los Angeles for a game break. Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Kenny. Crazy ending in New Orleans. Let's get you caught up. Under a minute to go. Raiders down 7. Derek Carr to Seth Roberts for a 10-yard score. They're now down by 1. Jack Del Rio decides to go for 2. Carr to Crabtree. The Saints would end up missing a 61-yard field goal. The final in this one, 35-34. Huge win for the Raiders on the road. Kenny?
All right, thanks very much, Carissa. New set of downs for the Lions. From the Colts, 47. Stafford's pass incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Jones Jr. As we take you back to the previous play, check out the spot.
Down at the bottom, Golden Tate working. Good coverage on the outside by Patrick Robinson. You can see that ball looked to be well short once his feet come down, and now he establishes possession there. So some Colts fans here did not like that spot at all. That first contact in the air, though, the position of the ball, I was wrong with there. It's not where his feet are on the catch. It's where he gets that ball forward, too.
And a nice change of direction by Abdullah, who picks up another Lions first down to the Colts' 34-yard line.
Well, some big positives coming out on the opening series here for the Detroit Lions. The offensive line is holding up, and they're starting to get some productive runs. Amir Abdullah, the big thing for him is can he maintain possession? He's had a little bit of a fumbling problem going back to Nebraska last season. If he can get that fixed, there's some excitement about what he's going to be able to do for this Lions running game that's been looking for somebody to take it by the reins.
And now Theo Riddick in the backfield, caught 80 passes a season ago. Bunch formation to the right. Stafford looking left, and now throws, and the catch is made by Riddick. And he stumbles forward and picks up another Lions first down.
This is one of the players that all the Colts talked about in their preparation for this game, Theo Riddick. And when you talk about replacing Calvin Johnson, Theo Riddick is going to be one of those players. From the running back position, a real matchup nightmare for a defense. Had 80 catches last season coming out of the backfield.
From the 21 on first down, it's Riddick inside the 10. Riddick to the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, they came in right behind rookie Taylor Decker on that running play. You heard Matthew Stafford come to the line. He changed the play, saw something in the Indianapolis Colts defense, changes it. He's going to hand it off right here. This is breaking right down the left side for a touchdown, climbing to the next level. Good job by Taylor Decker getting down inside. You had the pull and trap on the outside.
Only the second career rushing touchdown for Theo Riddick. The extra point is good. Matt Prater connects. So a Lions offense that did not reach the end zone during the preseason with their starters scores on their opening possession in the regular season. Theo Riddick with the first touchdown of the season for the Detroit Lions. 21-yard run in his fourth season out of Notre Dame. 9 plays, 80 yards.
Not a bad start running the football for the team that struggled the most last season in that category. The worst run team in the NFL last year.
Colts offense back out onto the field as the Lions celebrate here in Indy.
Oh, for the camera.
Sights and sounds, week 1. Unfortunately, not the smell. Looked good.
It did. A lot of cheese at that first tailgate. Looked like a stuffed burger with cheese on top.
Oh, in Green Bay.
I know. There was that much cheddar out there.
Play action on first down. It's Dante Moncrief. Got a nice tackle made by, speaking of Wisconsin, the University of Wisconsin product, DeAndre Levy.
Yeah, a big loss last year not having DeAndre Levy in the lineup. And you can see right there, he's great in the passing game. Very, very good against the run as well. A dual linebacker like that never leaves the field, can play the run, play the pass, cover a wide receiver on the outside, open like that, and be able to take angles to track him down.
On 2nd and 10, it's Gore. And he gets swallowed up after a short gain. Whitehead, first Lion, in on the tackle.
This is going to be a hard day at the office for the Colts offensive line. This is a very, very talented Detroit Lion defensive line and very, very deep. They came into the season with 11 players on the defensive line on their roster. 2 down today, but still 9 guys up for this game. There's going to be a rotation. They're going to have fresh bodies coming after Andrew Luck all afternoon.
Corbin in the backfield, 3rd down and 8. Hilton in motion. Colts must get to the 35 for a first down, and they do not. Hilton, the intended receiver, Darius Slay defending.
And they're getting close. They're getting close. You can see the hesitancy in the pocket. Darius Slay coming across, working with T.Y. Hilton, good position. There's the safety dropping down. Raphael Bush coming in late to make a play.
Luck's first incomplete pass today. He's now 5 for 6. McAfee to punt for the 2nd time. The former Cardinal and Redskin, Andre Roberts, deep for the Lions. Angled towards the sideline. Roberts eluded the first tackle and then loses a couple. He was ruled down at the 20-yard line. 52-yard punt. Loss of a yard on the return. He was down. 7-0 Lions. Jim Bob Cooter, Lions offensive coordinator, who spent 3 seasons working under Jim Caldwell here in Indianapolis.
Yeah, they've got a nice offense. He's got the entire offseason to get that plan in place. Really took a lot of the input from the players. What do you guys like? What do you don't like? Let's get rid of some stuff. And then kind of matched it to the skill set of the players on this roster.
It's Abdullah on first down for a gain of 1.
And you can see the difference in the second half of the season. games 1 through 8 as opposed to 9 through 16. Look at that, 19 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions with the change. Now, in fairness, you talked to Matthew Stafford about this, loved his response. Listen, we didn't just get better as an offense, we got better as a team. Our defense played better, our special teams were better. You can't just isolate that to just us on the offense.
2nd and 9, off the fake to Abdullah. Pass is broken up. It was intended for Jones. Patrick Robinson, the former Satan Charger, getting a piece of it.
Working on the outside. Good read break on the ball by Patrick Robinson. That's a good defensive play. That was thrown on time well, and it's a good break by the defender to get a hand on that.
Third down and 9 for the Lions, who lead 7-0. Bunch formation to the right. As Stafford swings it out, it's Tate. Not nearly enough. Needed 9, gained only 3. Lions will punt it away.
Nice job by Antonio Morrison. He's not going to get credit with the tackle on the play, but his pursuit inside out with the right angle did not allow the receiver to get back inside. Going to kind of roll through that linebacker position by committee this afternoon between Antonio Morrison, C.O. Moore, Josh McNary. All of them are going to get a chance.
Sam Martin punting from his 15-yard line. Fielded at the 19 by Quan Bray. Tried to spin out of trouble. Don Carey, good job on special teams. A 57-yard punt by Martin. Speaking of quarterbacks drafted first overall, we have 2 in this game. Andrew Luck and the Colts starting from the 23-yard line, and it's number 23, Frank Gore, gains a couple on first down. Whitehead makes his 4th tackle.
Yeah, Tyre Whitehead. You know, we talk about DeAndre Levy. Now, Tyre Whitehead, here's a guy, one of those the glue guys on your team, plays all your linebacker spots, fills in. He's finally getting the opportunity now just to be the day 1 starter for 2016.
Luck on 2nd and 8. And it's Whitehead on the coverage. Tight end Allen unable to make the catch. 3rd and 8 upcoming.
You have to have an emotional heart and soul on each side of the ball, and Tyre Whitehead, you see him, a lot of passion playing the game out there this afternoon.
Whitehead knocking it away from Dwayne Allen. Now 3rd down and 8 for the Colts. Colts must get to the 33 for a first down. And that pass was tipped. It was intended for Hilton. Levy got a piece of it.
Yeah, DeAndre Levy did a great job because he's actually got Robert Turbin in coverage, but he kind of fakes a blitz, and Robert Turbin steps up to take him. All he's got to do, make a move, go around. He doesn't have you in man coverage. He's just holding you right there. He gets right in that throwing lane, reads the quarterback's eyes, and gets a tip on that.
Three Colts possessions, 3rd punt. McAfee from the 15. Good pressure. There is a flag as the punt lands out of bounds.
And when you get one of those unique numbers inside, that's Brandon Copeland. He's a defensive end. If he's on the punt pressure unit and he's inside, you have to understand he has pass rushing skills, and you've got to be a little bit firmer in your protection. He came very close to blocking that punt.
During the kick, holding by the receiving team, number 29. The penalty is enforced where the ball went out of bounds. First down.
From Ed Hockley to Carissa Thompson. Carissa.
Yes, we both bench pressed the same amount, Kenny. San Diego, Kansas City, Alex Smith, 2-yard touchdown run in overtime to win it. Kansas City trailed 24-3 in the 3rd quarter. Is their largest comeback win of all time with the final 33-27. Kenny, Daryl, and Laura.
They just don't like doing things the easy way. What they 1-5 start last year, and then run off 10 straight to get to 11-5. Andy Reid and his group just likes to take the long, hard road.
Similar to the Lions last year, the 1-7 start, and then they won 6 of their last 8. They start from the 18. This is Riddick who scored the Lions touchdown. It's Trent Cole, the longtime Philadelphia Eagle, now in his 2nd season with the Colts.
They have some good edge pressure on this Colts defense. You talk about the ability to put the guys out there. Robert Mathis, Trent Cole, Eric Walden, Akeem Ayers, who was just picked up recently. He can get on that edge as well. There's some good edge players on this Colts defense.
Also a yard, 2nd down and 11. Stafford steps up and throws. Taken out to the 25-yard line by Riddick with a half-minute remaining in this first quarter in Indianapolis.
One of the things we heard a little bit about in preseason with the Lions, they're kind of muddle huddle right now at the line of scrimmage, but this up-tempo offense, if you really want to roll that out, that would be a big challenge for a Colts defense that's down players on the back end. Impact their communication throughout the front with your pace of play.
They do not have to run a play, and they will not. First quarter comes to an end in Indianapolis on this day of remembrance. Looks like a postcard photo.
It really does. You'd think it would be one of those big giant monitors, those screens you see in the stadiums today, but that's the window that's open on the end of the field here at Lucas Oil Field Stadium, and then the roof is also open. Beautiful day here this afternoon.
We start the second quarter, 3rd down and 3 for the Detroit Lions. Empty backfield and the fans on their feet in Indianapolis. Stafford on 3rd down. Can't find anyone. And now will take off. And Matthew Stafford picks up a 1st down as he crosses the 30-yard line.
And slow getting up, Antonio Cromartie, who was brought in to help out with some of that depth issue in the secondary, and he's jogging off the field, so an area of the defense that was already running low could have possibly just lost Antonio Cromartie.
Holding his left wrist.
He was up at the top of the screen, actually ran into one of his own players.
Replaced by Rashawn Melvin, another newcomer here in Indianapolis. This is Riddick. Down to the 36-yard line, gain of 5. Josh McNary, the tackle.
Well, this does not look like the team that had the 31st or 32nd ranked run defense in the NFL last season. There's a little bit of a commitment to it here. There's confidence in that group up front. One of the question marks we talked about at the top, that Detroit offensive line.
There's Decker, the rookie left tackle out of Ohio State. 16th overall selection in the first round by the Lions. 2nd down and 5 from the 36. Off the fake to Riddick. Stafford throws, and it's complete for a 1st down and more. It's Jones. And he is finally brought down by Mike Adams. So Marvin Jones Jr., the ex-Bengal, gains 27.
This is a nice play-action play because you bring your fullback in. He's going to cross formation. You got a little pull here for protection. So as a defense, you're seeing run. Everybody's stepping up. You see the void it creates at that 2nd level. That's a nice design. Marvin Jones comes right in. Those linebackers step up to honor that run, that blocking scheme that they see, and they get the receiver in right behind him.
Antonio Cromartie has returned for the Colts. 1st and 10 from the Colts 37. As Stafford goes deep, he's looking for Jones. It's Cromartie on the coverage who nearly came up with the pick.
I like the play call, though, by Jim Bob Cooter. You have a player come back onto the field. Okay, let's see if he's ready to play. He's up and pressed. We saw him favoring his hand as he left the field. Great positioning by Antonio Cromartie. He ran the route for Marvin Jones.
The 11-year vet, 4-time Pro Bowler, who was just signed, as you mentioned, a couple of weeks ago with the injuries in the Colts secondary without Vontae Davis and Clayton Gathers. Play clock at 5. Stafford on 2nd and 10. with time. He throws, and the catch is made by Roberts. Andre Roberts stopped about a yard shy of a Detroit first down.
Taylor Decker's getting off to a good start here in this game. They bring a little bit of pressure to his side. He blocks his guy initially, sees the pressure coming off the edge. The blitz by the corner. Daryl Morris kicks out to pick him up. You're going to get tested early in the season. Defensive coordinators are going to throw things at you to see what your mentality is, how you're doing from a protection scheme in your offense.
Third down and 1. Bolden split wide to the right. Stafford rolling right on third down, and the catch is made by Anquan Bolden, and the Lions move the chains.
That's what he's brought here for. Here he comes inside in the motion, just up and out. Very difficult. It's a good route. It's a good throw by Matthew Stafford. Tough job by Daryl Morris there.
Quieting the crowd. New set of downs for the Lions, who lead 7-0. From the Colts 26. Stafford moving to his right, in trouble, throws it away. Pressure from Zach Kerr and Trent Cole.
Matthew Stafford showing some athleticism here in the pocket today. It's the second time we've seen him really good in the pocket, sliding, moving, extending that play, and then right now you know it's over. Get rid of it. Try to avoid taking that extra hit. Held on to it a little bit too long, allows those defenders to be allowed to get a hit on the quarterback.
2nd and 10, Abdullah in the backfield. Tenth play of the drive for the Lions. Stafford looking for Jones. Robinson defending.
Now this is one of the areas that I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the Detroit Lions adjust without Calvin Johnson. The red zone fringe. How many times have we seen that play down the sideline with Calvin Johnson with that huge catch radius? And Matthew Stafford throws it up and he makes an athletic catch to get him inside or score a touchdown.
3rd down and 10. Lions must get to the 16. As Stafford throws, and a diving catch is made. It's the tight end, Eric Ebron, who's battled some injury issues as of late, and he gains 13 on his first reception of the game.
Yeah, and wait till he kind of gets his football feet back underneath him. He goes to the ground. There you go, folks. Possession through the process of the catch. There's a little touch right there, but he also went out of bounds. You can see him step onto the white, but you get Eric Ebron along with Theo Riddick, and then that group of wide receivers, Golden Tate, Marvin Jones, Anquan Bolden. That's a lot of productivity in the passing game.
And now the challenge flag has been thrown by Chuck Pagano.
Indianapolis is challenging the ruling on the field.
Well, we're going to try and get better at this. One of the things we break it off is going to the ground or staying on your feet. So obviously here, going to the ground, and right away we have to go to, do you maintain possession through the process of the catch?
And Hockley will take a look.
The ruling on the field stands as called, and Indianapolis is charged with their first timeout.
So it's a first down for the Lions. We welcome in Mike Prater. Mike, do you agree with Ed Hockley?
I do. The issue is, do you have control here first? Yes. Ball touches the ground, may move a little bit, but he never loses possession. So I think you have to stay with that. Good decision in replay.
Thanks, Mike. 1st and 10. 13-yard line. It's Golden Tate. Gains a couple. Trent Cole, the tackle. 2nd down and 8 upcoming.
Now, one of the wrinkles that we're seeing in a lot of the NFL offenses, that jet sweep, those receivers coming across formation in motion, and all of a sudden you hand them the ball and they can get out leverage. They can out leverage a man coverage. They can out leverage contain in the defensive front right away. So another one of the things that you're going to have to guard against in the Jim Bob Cooter offense.
Second down and 8. Riddick set up to the right of Stafford. Ebron slot to the left. Stafford throws underneath. Down just shy of the goal line is Riddick.
Again, we saw this similar route going the other way in the first quarter. So you have Theo Riddick. It's just an arrow route. He's coming in right underneath coverage, out leverages. Josh McNary breaks inside. And you can see that safety has to stay in the middle of the field. They are so concerned about that route.
And then the Lions quickly back to the line as you see the knee hit down before the ball crossed the plane. And with the Lions in the hurry up, the Colts forced to use a second timeout. They just lost one on the challenge.
And Matthew Stafford not happy about that. But they forced him to use the timeout. You catch him in the personnel situations like that. That's, you get into these hurry up when we talk about up tempo. One of the main things about up tempo is you catch the defense with a personnel group on the field that you think you have an advantage for it. So here comes Detroit. They're down inside the one. They want to roll. Now you can see Indianapolis trying to sub in. Matthew Stafford wants that. He wants that ball snap. Your umpire steps in, holds that ball. Now Matthews, he's going back to Ed Hockley. Why are we stopping this?
Number 70 reports eligible. 70 is eligible.
So Corey Robinson checks in as an eligible receiver. Washington, the rookie out of Washington, his first carry. No signal from the officials.
Dwayne Washington, an exciting player, a big back with speed. Be a red zone guy. That's good job by the Indianapolis Colts. They kept him from allowing him to stretch out, turn that shoulder, and break the plane.
Washington remains in the backfield along with the fullback Burton. On second and goal, it's Washington, and this time he is in for the touchdown.
It's a nice mix of plays by the Detroit Lions offense. Jim Bob Cooter calling a good game right now, leaning on that run a little bit. They're getting Theo Riddick isolated one-on-one in the red zone. We've seen that a couple of times. The concern of that offensive line, not an issue here in the first half so far for the Detroit Lions. They're doing a nice job.
Here's Prater, adds the extra point. Good start for the Detroit Lions. First NFL touchdown for the 7th round draft pick, Dwayne Washington. A 15-play, 82-yard drive. Dwayne Washington, the touchdown. Lions may have found a pearl in the 7th round.
Wow.
An ode to your alma mater.
Yes.
The Orange.
You left us too soon, Pearl Washington.
Sure did. One of the all-time greats to come out of the New York area. Quan Bray takes it out of the end zone. Out to the 21-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Lions. Terrific start here in Indy. Lions out to a 14-0 lead. Chuck Pagano's Colts, 3 possessions, 3 punts. Play action on first down as Luck throws. And it's Dante Moncrief who makes the catch out of the 40. 19-yard pass play.
And that's a good start to this drive. As Dante Moncrief goes down to secure that catch. Chuck Pagano, we talked to him on Friday, was concerned about slow starts, and we all went to, 0-2 the last 2 seasons. He's like, no, I mean during the game.
Right.
Because we've been finishing well, but we're not good in the first quarter.
Here's Frank Gore. Pagano telling us we don't start well. We've been a good finishing team. A lot of come from behind wins during Pagano's 4 seasons here in Indianapolis, but numerous slow starts.
Yeah, we couldn't sell him on the old cliche, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. He wants his team to start a lot better. They did not get out to a good start here this afternoon, but on this drive, much better than they have on the previous 3 possessions.
Only 3 first downs for the Colts. Lions have picked up 12. Second down and 6 off the fake to Gore. Luck sets up the screen for the tight end Allen, and he's tackled. Nice play made at the 47-yard line, chased down by Devin Taylor.
This is an athletic defensive line for the Detroit Lions. Very intelligent too. They read this screen very quickly. A little play action fake. You're going to come out the back door with the screen to the tight end. They recognize it up front. Pursuit down the line. Tyron Walker.
Walker, Taylor combining on the tackle. Third down and 3. Colts empty the backfield. Again, it's the tight end, Dwayne Allen. And this time he picks up an Indianapolis first down.
That's a nice catch by Dwayne Allen. That's kind of tight coverage. You see him right here working against Raphael Bush. There's the separation on the break, but look at the close by Raphael Bush. He closes that down. That's a nice throw. Good location by Andrew Luck.
Gain of 15 for Allen, replacing Kobe Fleener as the starter. Fleener, 54 receptions a year ago, now a New Orleans Saint. From the 38, off the fake to Gore. Luck tries to spin out of trouble, but he cannot. It's the second sack today for Kerry Hyder.
How about this guy? He goes into the last preseason game, maybe a bubble guy. You don't know how many defensive linemen you're going to take. It's your deepest position on the roster. He has 3 sacks, has 1 taken away against the Bills. I mean, just a great performance. And here, look at him today. He comes out here today, and he's got 2 already.
Hyder out of Texas Tech, spent some time on the Jets practice squad last year. Second down and 21. Empty backfield once again. Luck hit as he throws.
And that's Kerry Hyder. Again, he's looping inside, driving the offensive lineman right back into the lap of Andrew Luck. You give him an opportunity. Coming from the outside, watch him loop inside, watch him push the pocket, drives it right back. He's lighter. He's dropped about 30 pounds from last year. We're going to put you on the outside. We're not going to roll you through all the different spots, but you can see the strength right there as he collapses that pocket right into the lap of Andrew Luck.
Now third down and 21. Colts must get to the 28-yard line for a first down. Luck with time throws over the middle. It's T.Y. Hilton who makes the catch. About 4 yards shy of the marker. Gain of 17.
Yeah, but it's going to give you an opportunity to get Adam Vinatieri out there and have a shot at a field goal attempt.
Andre Diggs right there to bring down Hilton. So here is Vinatieri. McAfee will place it down. Overton, the long snapper. All 3 have gone to the Pro Bowl. Terrific special teams unit. From the right hash, a 50-yard attempt. And the oldest player in the National Football League knocks it through.
It's like a fine wine, Kenny. It just gets better with age.
Now in his 21st season, Vinatieri has connected on 26 consecutive field goals. Chuck Pagano's Colts on the board. The 50-yard Vinatieri field goal. 8 plays, 47 yards. The Lions lead is now 14-3.
Yeah, he's going up and down the sideline trying to get his guys back into this game. You need something positive to build on. Detroit really controlling the game up until that last drive, getting those points by the Colts.
There's Hyder. There was a couple of sacks. Now out on special teams. So the Lions will start at their 25-yard line. Saturday college football coverage kicks off. Iowa State takes on number 15 TCU at noon Eastern on FS1. And number 4 ranked Ohio State meets 14th ranked Oklahoma at 7 Eastern on Fox. Some crazy endings yesterday.
You ain't kidding. Still trying to figure out that Oklahoma State Central Michigan game.
Got Mike Pereira busy. Lions back to work with an 11-point lead. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line as Abdullah squirts through for a gain of 7.
They are really running the ball effectively today. And TJ Green, the safety down, so that you've already got Clayton Geathers out of the lineup today. And here's a guy that the Colts have really been raving about. Long body guy, tremendous range at the safety position.
Rookie out of Clemson, 2nd-round pick, replacing Geathers in the Colts starting lineup.
Clayton Geathers right here. Or I'm sorry, TJ Green coming in on the run support. Again, looks like it's his own player that hurts him.
The injured Colts safety, TJ Green, replaced by number 27, Winston Guy. 2nd down and 3 for Matthew Stafford and the Lions. From the 32-yard line on the delay, it's Abdullah. And Abdullah will hurdle across the 35 out to the 42 for a Lions 1st down.
Running the ball very effectively all afternoon. You're going to get Amir Abdullah on the outside. Watch the cut to the inside right here on Patrick Robinson. Foot in the ground, up the field. Looks like Theo Moore, who was questionable coming into the game
due to a hamstring injury.
One of the linebackers, they were going to roll it by committee here this afternoon. And the injury bug just continues to plague the Indianapolis Colts. Now, we saw TJ Green jog off the field, but he was getting his knee checked on the sideline. There's TJ on the sideline. So far as the game started out, you're kind of thin and questionable at the linebacker level and in the secondary. And we've had Antonio Cromartie go out, which looked like a risk. We've had TJ Green with the knee, both on your 2nd down. And now we've got Theo Moore down. So you see right there, Theo Moore trailing right there. And now he has contact with Patrick Robinson. So on all 3 of those injuries we talked about, Antonio Cromartie, TJ Green, and Theo Moore, it's all been a collision with their own player.
Right. So Moore will leave the field. There's Green. Josh McNary in for Theo Moore. Winston Guy remains in for Green. Cromartie returned earlier. New set of downs for the Lions. From the 41, Abdullah. And Abdullah's across midfield into Colts territory.
Well, you can see why he was really lobbying. Amir Abdullah wants to be the every down back for the Lions, and Coach Caldwell and Jim Bakuter, the offensive coordinator, talked about doing it by committee. I think sometimes you'll talk about that, but if a guy gets a hot hand, you're going to stay with him at almost 7 yards per carry. I think you're going to stay and lean on Amir Abdullah a little bit right here. He's running very well.
1st and 10 from the Colts 49. Ebron shifting. Off the fake to Abdullah. Stafford throws, and it's the tight end Ebron. He's cut down by Robinson at the 44-yard line after a gain of 5. Lions doing a good job spreading the ball around. 8 different Lions, aside from Stafford, have touched the ball on offense.
Well, when you lose somebody like Calvin Johnson and you're trying to find that production, it's not going to come from one guy. It's going to have to be a group effort. They've got a nice group of skill players here to try and have an opportunity to make up for that lost production that Calvin had last season.
2nd and 5. Stafford going deep. And coming down with it is Marvin Jones Jr. for another Lions first down, with Robinson defending a 32-yard pass play.
Little speed right there, a little separation at the end. Patrick Robinson tries to get that arm in there. Really nice concentration by Marvin Jones Jr. because there's a little bit of contact right at the point of the catch.
We approach the 2-minute warning in Indianapolis with the Lions on the move. Half of their plays have been run in Colts territory in the first half on America's Game of the Week. Theo Riddick with the first touchdown, 14-3 Lions. Two minutes remaining. Second quarter here in Indianapolis. Lions lead 14-3. First and 10 from the 12-yard line. Abdullah down inside the 7.
They've had success running the football all over the field, but they've been very productive down here in the red zone as we have yet another Indianapolis Colt player down at the end of the play. This time, Patrick Robinson, again in that secondary area that's already banged up coming out of training camp.
Colts use their third and final timeout.
Watch number 25 there. He's at the bottom of your screen. See his foot get trapped a little bit as he tries to kick it out. Just the most bizarre. I mean, it's the bizarre injuries. I mean, 3 of them have been contact and collisions with their own players. Now, just a very strange play where your foot gets trapped.
Now, we mentioned Vontae Davis and Clayton Gathers, starters who are out. Darius Butler, a backup corner as well, a scratch today with an ankle injury. We saw TJ Green go down earlier. Cromartie, who returned.
Mike Adams, you saw him talking to Chuck Pagano holding his forearm, and now he's walked over to the sideline.
So while the Colts medical staff checks in on Adams and Robinson, we head to Los Angeles and say hello once again to Carissa.
Thank you, Kenny. An update here from the Giants-Dallas game. Sterling Shepard, the rookie from Oklahoma, a recipient of a 9-yard pass from Eli Manning. That's awesome. His first career touchdown. He's got to be happy. Giants up 13-9.
All right, thanks, Carissa. There's Robinson leaving the field. Mike Adams has returned onto the field for the Colts after his discussion with his head coach. And we head downstairs to Laura.
And Kenny, I can also update TJ Green right now. He is getting his knee taped up right now. We'll have the status in the second half, but it is a knee sprain.
Thanks, Laura. Rashawn Melvin in for Patrick Robinson at left corner. Second down and 4. Abdullah shifts into the backfield. Stafford on second down, he throws, and he was looking for Jones.
Yeah, he was looking for Marvin Jones, but he had Anquan Bolden wide open on the outside. It's one of those little rub routes where you're trying to confuse coverage. Watch Anquan Bolden pop wide open in the flat as the 2 defenders run into each other on the release.
Now third down and 4. Stafford on third down. He throws to the end zone. and finds his man for a touchdown, Eric Ebron.
This is well done by Eric Ebron. He knows he's going to get hit. He's going to secure possession and then brace for the contact. Watch at the end, a little move right here. Breaks to the inside. There's the separation, but he knows, he saw out of his periphery that he was going to take that hit from Mike Adams. Pulls that ball tight, lowers that shoulder, braces for contact.
The Lions with 3 touchdowns on 4 first-half possessions. Matt Prater connects on the extra point. Lions lead by 18, 21-3. What's coming up at halftime? Let's see.
Coming up on the Visa Halftime Report live from Houston, we have liftoff on the NFL season. Were the Packers really challenged in Jacksonville? The Seahawks open their season in unity against Miami, and a thriller you don't want to miss down in New Orleans. That's all T-minus a few minutes from now on the Visa Halftime Report.
All right, thanks, Kurt. Great to watch Kurt and the guys on Fox NFL Sunday, the pregame from Houston today, the site of Super Bowl 51.
Yeah, go down there, take a look at Discovery Park, get your bearings straight, get ready to get down there at the end of the season this year for Super Bowl down in Houston.
Well, the Lions have certainly had their bearings straight here in the first half, a 75-yard drive. Jim Caldwell back in Indianapolis, where he spent 10 seasons, 7 under Tony Dungy as quarterback coach, assistant head coach, and then the head coach for 3 seasons. Brought the Colts to Super Bowl 44. They lost to the Saints 31-17. And his Lions out to a 21-3 lead over the Colts on kickoff weekend. Colts will start at their 25 down to Laura.
And not only do they need to get a drive going to get themselves in the game, Kenny, before halftime, but also to get this crowd in it. For an opening game, for Andrew Luck's big return, such flat energy out here. So they need to get something going just to get the crowd in it. And a quiz for you guys. One Colt has just been walking up and down the sideline trying to fire up every single person on this bench. Who would you say it is? Who is described to us about the heart of this team?
Frank Gore?
Bingo.
There's Frank. Josh Ferguson in the backfield on first down. As Luck throws, and it's complete to Moncrief. Into Lions territory. Finally pushed out of bounds at the Detroit 43. So Luck connected with Dante Moncrief for a gain of 32 yards.
Looked almost identical to the play they started the previous drive with, the deep in route from the right side of the field to Dante Moncrief.
From the Lions 43 on first down. Luck swings it out. It's Ferguson. And Josh Ferguson has a first down. The rookie free agent out of Illinois gains 14.
And doing a nice job with plays down the field, also getting out of bounds. And Josh Ferguson, he's a guy that might be creating a little bit of a niche here for this Indianapolis Colts offense in the passing game. We watched him on Friday. He was factoring in a lot of the situations where the passing game would come into play. Just got to make sure he's got both shoes on.
Right. Well, we spoke with Frank Gore and asked him about the running back core. He spoke very highly of Josh Ferguson. Colts with no timeouts. Remember, they lost one on the challenge, used their other 2. Luck with loads of time, and it's complete to the tight end, Allen. Hard to bring him down, and Dwayne Allen takes it all the way to the Lions 13. As we approach 1 minute remaining.
About one of these staple routes when you get down here in the red zone, especially to these big tight ends. Watch, you're going to fake the out. Now he's going to go up vertical. That's a heck of a route right there. Tyre Whitehead having trouble to stay with the tight end, Dwayne Allen.
There's Ferguson, and he loses a couple. Finished off by Ziggy Ansah. Remember, the Colts out of timeouts. Down to 40 seconds from the 15-yard line. Luck near side. And now the Colts will stop the clock on the completion to Philip Dorsett. .33 seconds remaining. It will be 3rd down and 7 from the Lions 11.
See if they get some of the crossing routes going. Everybody talks about the speed of the Indianapolis wide receiver group. Obviously down here tight to the end zone, you're not going to be able to get vertical. Can they get some good crossing routes here and use that speed to get their separation?
Doyle in at tight end, slot to the right. 3 wide receivers set. On 3rd down and 7. Luck. Hilton, did he make the catch? He did. For a Colts first down, they do not have any timeouts. Diving catch by T.Y. Hilton. And now Luck will clock it.
T.Y. Hilton with a great catch, but you can see the grimace on his face. Goes through the hands. That's tremendous concentration, great strength in his hands to maintain possession as he goes to the ground. Did that touch the ground at all right there to keep that one up? So he's got it. He's got it. Ball has not made contact with the ground. Let's see right here. Looks like it hit the ground.
Now before the next snap, before Luck spiked the ball, Ed Hockley was buzzed from upstairs, so he has gone over to take a look at what was ruled a catch by T.Y. Hilton.
Remember, when you go to the ground, you have to maintain possession all the way through the process of the catch.
Luck, of course, hurried up to the line to try and keep the officials from looking at it.
Well, not so much to looking at it. They had to be in that situation anyways because they don't have timeouts and the clock is running down.
We'll check with Mike Prater. Mike, what did you see on that potential reception by Hilton?
You know, it's really an interesting play because really, does the ball come out when he hits the ground or does it come out as he's rolling over and he looks like he starts to get up? I mean, it's an interesting play here when I've looked at plays with Dean Bendino before. And that's why, because it didn't come.
The receiver had rolled completely over. He had complete control of the ball. Therefore, it was a complete catch.
And I think this is a great example of the league office being consistent with what they said going into the season. The ground didn't cause the ball to come loose. It wasn't until after he rolled over.
All right, thanks, Mike. So the call stands. 1st and goal from the 2. 15 seconds remaining and no timeouts for Indianapolis. Here is Luck. Lofts one up. He was looking for Dorsett. No flags.
Good red zone defense in coverage there. Darius Slay. I like when the officials allow them to play that physical style in the coverage situations, one-on-one. Keep those flags in their pockets.
2nd and goal. Luck looking end zone. Now he throws. Moncrief, touchdown.
Well, let's credit the offensive line, giving Andrew Luck the time to hang in that pocket because he had to hold this ball. He wanted to throw it in the first window, but that was not available. There was coverage on that. Dante Moncrief is going to work inside. Now watch, he wants it right there. He can't take it. Glover Quinn dropped down. He had to wait and hold on that ball until he got back behind Glover Quinn in coverage. So credit the offensive line, giving Andrew Luck a little bit more time on that.
And the key for the Colts, that catch by Hilton. And Hockley took a look. Ball on the field stood. And it leads to a touchdown from Luck to Moncrief. And now flags prior to the extra point attempt. False start.
False start offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty.
That's Jonathan Harrison. So now the extra point will become a 38-yard field goal attempt.
Walk in the park.
Terry straight through. So Andrew Luck with his first touchdown pass of the season, cutting the Lions lead to 11. So a slow start for the Colts. Excellent start for the Detroit Lions on kickoff weekend.
Yeah, and it was funny because when Coach Pagano talked to us about the slow start, we thought he meant the beginning of the seasons, but it was more the beginning of the games, and they came out and they repeated that today. It was one of the messages, you know, he talked to his players about, and they couldn't get that done this afternoon. But I like what Laura said about this last drive. We've got to go down the field, not just for confidence from our standpoint, but to get this crowd back into it. And they didn't really kind of get back into it. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in the second half. But a lot of the issues we talked about at the top, I think they're doing a good job with it. The one question that you'll have for Indianapolis, they continue to have that injury thing plaguing them. It just seems like it's one of those seasons where it's going to be a challenge for them through the start of the year.
Most of the injuries on the defensive side. 8-play, 75-yard drive. Five seconds remaining, second quarter. McAfee's kickoff will not be brought out. Two first overall picks, Stafford in 2009, Luck in 2012. Got to know each other a bit at the 2014 Pro Bowl.
And by the score, you wouldn't think that's obviously Andrew Luck on that last drive, catching up to the performance that Matthew Stafford had here in the first half. But that's surprising to me at 21-10 that they would be that close.
Lions will get the ball first in the second half. Lions scoring touchdowns on 3 of their first 4 possessions. Lead the Colts 21-10. Halftime in Indy as we send you to Kurt and the gang in Houston. Today's excitement is brought to you by the new Nissan Titan. Theo Riddick with the game's first touchdown for the Lions. Stafford finds Eric Ebron. And then it was Luck to Dante Moncrief. Today's excitement brought to you by the new Nissan Titan.
And as you saw on all those scoring plays in our highlight package, very close to the end zone, 100% by each team in the red zone. 14 points for Detroit, 7 for Indianapolis. Detroit, 7 for Indianapolis. I think that was my biggest question mark coming in when we talk about replacing Calvin Johnson. What was the impact going to be in the red zone? Detroit was the #1 team. Red zone touchdowns last season. A lot of that has to do with Calvin Johnson, not only as a go-to receiver in that part of the field, but also drawing double coverage and allowing other guys to work. So what was the approach going to be this year? The Detroit Lions come out first half of the first game of the season, 2 for 2 in the red zone.
250 yards of offense for the Lions. 3 touchdowns in the first half without Calvin Johnson. Lions won the coin toss, deferred to start the game, so Andre Roberts back deep for Detroit. Lions will start from their 25-yard line, and Darryl, from a Colts standpoint, we talked about their slow starts over the past few seasons. What did you like about that last scoring drive at the end of the second quarter?
Well, they finished well at the end of the first half. Now they've got to come out and they've got to make a stand here defensively and get that ball back. Detroit looked very efficient in the first half of this game. I was impressed by their running game. I think Theo Riddick is a matchup problem once you get down into that red zone area. So there's a couple of things that the Colts have to correct. They've got to start defensively on this drive right now. Get that ball back to Andrew Luck.
Stafford 14 of 20 in the first half, 163 yards and a touchdown pass. This is Abdullah. Gains a couple on first down as we check in the floor.
Hi, Kenny. I talked to Chuck Pagano, who said, what did I tell you? We're great finishers. We start slow. That's what happened. Defensively, we got to pressure the quarterback. We've got to prevent them from having early down success. Offensively, he said, we finally found a rhythm that last drive. Jim Caldwell of that rhythm said, we've got to stop their running game. That's the most important thing. I asked him about his offense, which couldn't score in the preseason. What about this? He said, I don't think anything until I see how we did after the game.
Well, thanks, Lauren. Penalty marker on second down. It's a false start. Lions push back.
False start offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's on Taylor Decker, the rookie left tackle. By the way, Seal Moore has returned, so that's good news for the Colts. TJ Green has not. Second down and 14 following the penalty.
There's Theo Riddick right here. You see him coming out of the backfield. Now he's broken formation.
Play clock is at 3. Quick release from Stafford. It's Jones who had a couple of big receptions in the first half. 27 and 32 yards. This time, not much.
And again, you heard a lot of talk about this up-tempo offense. I thought we might see it a little bit more in the first half, and we haven't really had an opportunity to witness this, but that will challenge the Colts defense. They've got a lot of new faces out there in different positions. You can see all the communication going on, checking with each other. That up-tempo offense will disrupt their communication ability.
Third down and 10. Lions must get to the 35. This is Golden Tate. But good coverage from the Colts with Mike Adams leading the way, and then C.O. Moore with the big hit. So the Lions go 3 and out and will punt it away.
Nice job by Mike Adams, understanding the down and distance on that play, not lunging and taking a bad angle and allowing Golden Tate to get to the sideline. He comes in with the right leverage, keeps him on his inside shoulder, lets his teammates rally up for the tackle.
Sam Martin out to punt for only the second time today. Quan Bray is deep for the Colts. And a fair catch called for by Bray at the 15-yard line. So a big statement to open the second half by the Indianapolis Colts defense. Yesterday in Indianapolis, the younger teams from Linton and North Vermillion led off before the varsity teams took the field here as part of the I-69 Bowl.
There you go, growing the game. You saw the young guys out there first, some good sportsmanship going through, shaking hands. Then the big boys came out. Now the bigger boys are out here today.
Andrew Luck used to be one of those young guys living over in Europe when his father was commissioner of NFL Europe, watching guys such as Adam Vinatieri, now his teammate. Good start for Frank Gore and the Colts on first down, and the Colts picked up the pace offensively, Darrell, over their last 2 possessions in the first half.
Yeah, there's the evidence of that slow start that Chuck Pagano was worried about coming into the game. You talk about it with your guys all through camp coming into the opener, and you still come out and struggle early on, so they've got it turned around. Now what can they do? Their defense came out and did their job, got that 3 and out, got the ball right back to Andrew Luck.
Second down and 4 following the 6-yard pickup by Gore. This is Gore again. And he's down about a yard shy of the marker as we head to Los Angeles and check in with Carissa Thompson. Carissa.
Thanks, Kenny. Giants at Dallas. Rookie QB to rookie running back Ezekiel Elliott's 8-yard touchdown run, the first of his career for the rookie out of Ohio State. Set up by an Eli Manning interception. That was his 200th of his career. The Cowboys 16-13 in this one. Kenny?
What do you think, Darrell? You've spent some time around the Cowboys during the preseason.
Yeah, the big thing for me, an interception by the Dallas Cowboys. That's something that hasn't happened a whole lot recently. And then I really like Ezekiel Elliott. I think he's going to be a good player for him. Take some pressure off of Dak.
That's Turbin. Good second effort by Robert Turbin, the ex-Seahawk, who spent time with the Browns and Cowboys last year.
Yeah, kind of similar to what we saw at the start of the game when Andrew Luck on the quarterback sneak. Not a lot there at the beginning, but Robert Turbin does a good job keeping his shoulders square, keeping those legs moving.
So Turbin picks up the first down. Now Gore back in. from the 28, off the fake to Gore. Luck in trouble. There is a flag as he was able to spin away from Ansah. And we'll check in with Ed Hockley.
Holding, offense, number 74, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Yeah, Anthony
Costanzo.
And he's got a kick out. He's got a blitz coming off the edge. So Tavon Wilson is going to come off the edge, 32, so he's got to kick out and lets him get up. He gets that shoulder dipped. Just gets that big body and sprawls out across him.
Only the second Colts penalty. Penalty's an issue for Indianapolis during the preseason. First down and 20. Luck looks right, now throws left, and Gore unable to make the catch.
A little bit on the back hip right there. You wonder if Frank Gore got a little bit too close to the line of scrimmage. Usually as that outlet on that swing route, you're kind of behind the line of scrimmage.
Luck 15 of 21. Touchdown pass to Moncrief. Second down and 20. Luck fires downfield, looking for Dorsett, who makes the catch. Philip Dorsett, a spectacular catch with Darius Slade defending. 51-yard pass play.
Good to see Philip Dorsett with the big play on the outside. Man-to-man coverage with Darius Slay. There's his speed. Darius Slay sitting on it a little bit. He gets beyond him. And right at the point of the catch, as everything ties up, good concentration by Philip Dorsett.
Longest catch of his two-year career. Biggest play of the day on either side. First and 10 from the Lions 31. Off the fake to Gore. Luck firing downfield. This time the intended receiver, the Indianapolis native, the tight end Jack Doyle.
You go back in the success that Indianapolis has had here with the tight end in the offense. Dallas Clark back in the Peyton Manning days. We lost Kobe Fleener, so you're trying to replace that. You know, Dwayne Allen, not too sure how the club felt about him. They reward him with a nice contract this year coming back. Didn't have a lot of productivity last year, but obviously going to be a big figure in their offense this season.
16 catches a season ago for Allen. Now second down and 10. Luck backs up, pump fake, and then he throws it into the ground.
And there's the veteran savvy, Haloti Ngata. You know, you feel that. You know that the interior offensive lineman is not taking the same blocking posture. You can sense that it's going to be a screen. He does a great job of reading this and dissecting it and then sliding out into the area where that screen is going to be. He picks up Frank Gore, just moves right in front of him.
Haloti Ngata won a Super Bowl with the Ravens, playing in his 150th NFL game today.
He's going against Denzel Good. It's his first time inside. He's played as a tackle. He's not used to that. He hasn't learned how to sell that screen yet.
Third down and 10. Colts must get to the 21. Underneath, it's Turbin. And Robert Turbin picks up a Colts first down inside the 20.
That'll be a good lesson for Andrew Luck. One of the things they want to do is get him to take checkdowns. You know, don't hang in the pocket and look for things to develop deep down the field. And when you can dump it off to a guy like Robert Turbin and he can turn a third and long into a first down, you're going to be more comfortable dropping that ball off instead of holding it.
12-yard pickup. Ninth play of the drive coming up for the Colts. They are in the red zone early in this third quarter. Luck on first and 10, fires, wide open, touchdown, Dwayne Allen.
We just talked about him. That tight end position in this offense. There's Dwayne Allen at the line of scrimmage working against Tahir Whitehead. It's the out and up again. Tahir lets him go up. Glover Quinn late coming over. That's a nice combination because you run the out and up at the tight end spot, but right in front of your linebacker, you make him take a decision because you've got an underneath route coming right into his vision.
And now the Colts will attempt a 2-point conversion.
I think it's a little too early to chase the 2-point to get to a field goal game at 21-18.
How about Jack Del Rio earlier today, going for 2 for the win?
Yeah, exactly.
In New Orleans.
What a battle that was.
Encroachment defense, number 99. Half the distance to the goal.
So now the Colts will set up from the 1.
Yeah, and you bring out your skill guys. So here comes your trio of wide receivers out, and the big bodies are coming in. So this will be an interesting play call here, because here come the Lions matching them with their big bodies coming onto the field.
Remember earlier, following the Colts' first touchdown, they were called for a penalty, so Vinatieri kicked the equivalent of a 38-yard field goal for 1 point. Now they'll try for 2 from the 1-yard line. Turbin along with Gore in the backfield. Luck, end zone, Dwayne Allen, 2-point conversion. Earning his new contract.
I love the play call. You bring in the big bodies and you go play action. Great ball action by Andrew Luck in the backfield. Sells the run, pops up, and finds Dwayne Allen open for 2 points after the 6 points.
Three-point game in Indianapolis. Colts have scored the last 15. At one point, they trailed 21-3. Roberts from out of the end zone. Roberts down just shy of the 20-yard line. Andrew Luck and the Colts touchdowns on back-to-back possessions. Andrew Luck thrilled to be back on the football field. Missed the last 9 games last season. All smiles as the Colts have scored touchdowns on their last 2 possessions. And now breaking through is Hassan Ridgeway, the rookie 4th-round pick out of Texas.
Football is an emotional game, and this offense has really energized the entire Colts team to score at the end of the first half, to score on your first possession here to make it a 3-point game. Now your defense goes out, and they're just feeding off that energy.
Theo Riddick losing 4 yards on first down. Now 2nd down and 14 for Matthew Stafford and the Lions. Stafford hands it off to Riddick. And Riddick is tackled at the 20-yard line by Eric Walden, setting up a 3rd down and 9, a gain of 5 for Riddick.
And we talked about the defense starting to feed off that energy. Now the crowd is into it. Their defense has forced another 3rd and long situation here for Detroit.
Lions 4 for 6 on 3rd down today. Lions must get to the 29 for a first down, and they will not, as Stafford is sacked back at the 11-yard line.
I tell you, that was a pretty stout front that the Colts put up there. You had Eric Walden and Akeem Ayers in as linebackers, so you've got really 5 down rushers in that box area, and they just collapsed the entire pocket around Matthew Stafford.
Walden wrapping up Stafford, and then Trent Cole comes in for the finish. This is Bray. Setting up excellent field position for the Colts following the terrific defensive series. Walden celebrates. Colts with a chance to take the lead. If you were watching this game earlier today, Lions got out to a 21-3 lead. But the Colts have scored on their last 3 possessions, a field goal and 2 touchdowns to pull to within 3. And now Luck fires. Pass intended for Dante Moncrief. Took a hit from Tahir Whitehead.
Fooled me twice. You know, they've been running this dig from the right side, the deep in route, and Tahir Whitehead is not going to let it happen this time on the first play of the series. He gets very, very deep in his coverage, able to get a contact hit to keep that ball from being completed.
Whitehead's had a strong game. Darryl, since the last Lions touchdown, they have been outgained by the Colts 160 yards to 2. Total turnaround, beginning with that final drive of the first half by Indianapolis. And now Luck looks to go over the top, and it was batted down by Haloti Ngata.
We saw him on the screenplay, recognize the screen and slide out. And on this one, you control in the middle of the line of scrimmage, and you're not going to get there on the sack, so get your hands up. The ball's coming out quick. He spins back inside. He's a force inside, run and pass.
5-time Pro Bowler. Second season in Detroit. Now 3rd down and 10. Colts must get to the 48 for a first down.
Ziggy Ansah, stalk in the front.
Luck under pressure, spins away. Now fires downfield, looking for Dorsett. No flags. He took that hit from Glover Quinn.
Chuck Pagano doesn't like the call. He's going down to talk to the official. We'll see what happens here. See if Glover Quinn is early with his contact. Looks like he gets that left arm up on the shoulder before that ball gets there. Fans here do not like that replay.
So McAfee will punt it away. Roberts back deep. Towards the sideline. So the Lions pin deep. There is a flag.
Coming down the sideline, you wonder if one of the gunners went out of bounds and didn't make the effort to get back into the field of play. Use that sideline to his advantage. Because we have the official with his hat off as well.
Which means a player went out of bounds.
So Matthias Farley gets forced out, but he's not really making an effort to get back on the field of play.
And Hockley sorting things out.
Number 41, unsportsmanlike conduct of the kicking team, went out of bounds and stayed out of bounds as he ran down the sideline. That's a 15-yard penalty that will be enforced from where the kick went out of bounds.
Usually you hear didn't make an effort to get back in bounds. You usually don't hear stayed out of bounds.
No. Can't do that, Matthias. Back in Indianapolis, Kenny Albert, Darryl Johnston, Laura Oakman. Much better field position for the Lions following the penalty. So Detroit will start from their 29-yard line with a 3-point lead. Abdullah in the backfield. And this is Abdullah on first down. Amir Abdullah out to the 36-yard line. Gain of 7. David Parry the tackle.
Hard to imagine that this is the same offensive unit that struggled to run the ball last year. They're averaging 5 yards a carry this afternoon. It has been a huge part of their offensive performance today.
7 rushing touchdowns for the Lions all of last season. They had 2 in the first half. Second down and 3. Stafford on second down, complete for a first down to Abdullah. Sidesteps Walden. And there is a flag at the end of the play as Abdullah takes it into Colts territory.
Yeah, Eric Walden might have got a little bit of that face mask as Amir Abdullah cut back inside.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 93. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
There's Theo Riddick heading to the Lions locker room. An 18-yard pickup for Abdullah, and then 15 more on the Walden face mask.
That's just one of those penalties that happens as part of the game. You got a guy that's very athletic, cuts back inside, you reach in, you get a handful of face masks. Inadvertent, but costly for the Colts.
From the Colts 31. Play clock winding down. Lions get the snap away in time. It's Abdullah. Bomani to tackle, along with more as we check in with Laura Oakman. Laura.
Kenny, the Colts secondary came in absolutely decimated to the point where Antonio Cromartie said he had never seen anything like it, with DBs going in and out of the meeting room. They've lost 2 more today. Quarterback Patrick Robinson, concussion, out for the afternoon, as well as safety TJ Green, who's done for the day with a knee sprain.
All right, some more rough news on the defensive side for the Colts. Thanks, Laura. Belvin still in at left corner for Robinson. And Winston Guy for TJ Green. Second down and 10. Stafford complete. Golden Tate. Tate forced out of bounds at the 31. Moore and Guy.
You can throw off at different platforms. We've seen him do it a number of times. You see right there, kind of holds out a little sidearm delivery by Matthew Stafford.
Stafford without his security blanket, without Calvin Johnson, who announced his retirement. But Stafford has done a terrific job spreading the ball around today. Now 3rd down and 9. Stafford under pressure, throws, catch is made by Abdullah. He was not touched, so he's able to get back up, and he picks up a Lions first down.
I tell you, it looked like the pursuit from the backside might get to Matthew Stafford without him knowing about it. And you think, I'm thinking sack fumble. Robert Mathis stalking him from behind. That is just a split second away from being a huge play for the Colts. Look how close that was. Matthew Stafford, well done.
So instead, a new set of downs for the Lions from the Colts 18. 3 receivers set up to the left side. Catch is made by one of the 3, Golden Tate. Now Tate, people forget, he caught 90 balls last year, playing alongside Calvin Johnson, 99 the season before.
Yeah, you know, you talk about a true number 1, and when Calvin retired, you know, who's that going to be? Is it going to be Golden Tate? Marvin Jones coming in from Cincinnati, you know, played second fiddle to A.J. Green. And when you talk to the Lions, hey, we got guys like that that have that much productivity. You know, what is the definition of the true number 1?
Second down and 4. Stafford complete. Abdullah, touchdown.
It's a good play call right here, because when you go linebacker by committee is what the Colts were talking about. Some of the guys are better at coverage, some of the guys are better at run. Antonio Morrison right here is one of your more aggressive run-stopping type linebackers. Now he's caught in coverage. He gets out-leveraged right away. You got some crossing routes there. It's a good play design, and it's an easy touchdown for Amir Abdullah.
2-3 announced to start the half, followed by a touchdown. Prater adds the extra point. Lions lead by 10. Well, today we honor and remember all those who were lost in the September 11th attacks of 2001, including hundreds of first responders who sacrificed their lives for our country. 15 years later, we also remember and celebrate the unity that arose out of this tragedy. 9/11 has become the largest annual day of charitable engagement in the United States. To learn how you can make a difference year-round, visit 911day.org. And here in Indianapolis, American flags were distributed to the first 60,000 fans in attendance today. 11 first responders ran out with the Colts players during introductions. And how about Pat McAfee's cleats?
It's our generation's John F. Kennedy assassination. I remember my parents talking and always remembering exactly what they were doing at the moment they heard that news. And our generation always can remember where they were, what they were doing when the towers came down. And it's been amazing. It's been 15 years. I thought what the NFL has done. When opening day lands on a 9/11, it's amazing what the league does and how they engage and making sure that we never do forget the people we lost that day and the courage of the heroes who went into those buildings as they were coming down.
Colts will start from their 25 as we check in with Laura.
You're talking about Pat McAfee and his shoes. I had a long talk with him this week, actually, about his just his appreciation for the military. He just came off of a USO tour and said it's amazing how many soldiers come up to NFL players and coaches and thank them for coming, when he said, you are the true heroes. His foundation is for the children of all military members to help them with education assistance. So there's a good chance he's going to get a fine for those shoes, and I can also tell you he does not care.
And I would not be surprised if teammates help pay that fine.
Absolutely, absolutely. Money well spent right there if the NFL does fine him for that.
Here's Gore, and our colleague Michael Strahan, of course, a member of the New York Giants. 15 years ago, they had just come off a Super Bowl appearance, and he was instrumental, along with Kevin Mawai of the Jets at the time, in the games not being played the following weekend.
Yeah, the country needed a time to mourn, and we needed a time to regroup. And as you talked about, the unity and the compassion that came out following those tragic events that day.
Late third quarter here in Indianapolis. 2nd down and 7 for the Colts, who trail by 10. Luck throws. It's Moncrief. Evan Lawson the tackle. So the Colts now facing a 3rd down and 2 on this day before Andrew Luck's 27th birthday. Earlier this quarter, hit the 15,000-yard mark for his career in game number 56. Only one quarterback has done it in fewer games.
The league has definitely changed from when I was playing. Those are some impressive numbers in a short amount of time.
So Matthew Stafford watching from not too far away, reaching 15,000 in his first 53 career games, as Luck will now pick up a 1st down with his feet. There is a flag.
It's funny because everybody's talking about the style of play that Andrew Luck will have coming back from his injury last season. And there's a situation right there. I think he's going to do it based on the situation during the course of the game. He's going to be smarter with it, but he said, you know, in the beginning of the game, I may slide, but as we get further along.
Holding defense, number 28. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st down.
Great Diggs.
Yeah, when it comes to crunch time, you can't turn off the competitive nature that Andrew Luck plays this game with. So, you know, Colts fans will probably have to hold their breath a couple of times during the course of the season when you get into that 4th quarter.
You talk about how much the league has changed. Luck and Stafford, both 1st overall picks, started immediately. Think back to Carson Palmer, who sat his 1st year. Aaron Rodgers, of course, behind Brett Favre. These guys stepped right in. Luck started his first 57 career games. Luck dumping it off to Gore. And Gore is tackled at the 42-yard line as time winds down in this 3rd quarter.
That's just textbook by Frank Gore. Little chip on the outside as you release. Help out your tackle. You got a big rusher coming from the outside, and then you're out in the flat as a viable receiver. You gain 8 yards, but you do everything the right way. You make sure that your tackle's protected. You're still the outlet, and then you finish your run the way that Frank Gore has done his entire career.
Colts do not have to run a play. They will. It's Gore, and he runs into the arms of Tavon Wilson. So a 3rd and short when we come back on America's Game of the Week, with the Detroit Lions leading the Colts by 10. Kickoff weekend in the National Football League. The opener in Denver on Thursday night, and we get set for the fourth quarter here in Indianapolis with the Lions leading by 10. Hard to believe, year 23 of the NFL on Fox. It started way back in 1994. Colts pulled to within 3 points early in the third quarter. But then Matthew Stafford with his second touchdown pass of the game. Lions back up by 10. Third down and 1. Luck rolling to his right, under pressure. And then he throws just before he took the hit out of bounds.
Colts got up to the line of scrimmage real quick, tried to catch the Lions napping a little bit. They were not fooled, reacted well. Let's see where the contact initiates. That is on the field of play, so that is not a foul.
And now a flag has been thrown.
After the play was over, taunting by the defense, number 54. If number 54 commits a foul in that category again in this game, he will be disqualified. 15 yards.
And you just heard Ed Hockley talk about one of the new rules, you know, unsportsmanlike conduct with the taunting. Starts off friendly, and then we don't know what happened at that point. Now he goes back towards the bench, but with the rule this year, there is a category of 3 penalties. There's a little bit of the taunting right there, so they get DeAndre Levy for it. If he gets one more in those 3 categories, throws a punch or tries to kick somebody, misses another taunting, or verbally abuses an official or an opponent, he'll be out of the game.
Right, so did not get the penalty for the hit, but was flagged for taunting. And now Luck throws, intended for Hilton. Slay on the coverage.
And you just made it easier on the Colts. You had him in that 3rd and short situation. You're going to force a hard decision by Chuck Pagano at that time. 4th and 1 from that spot on the field. DeAndre Levy, as one of the leaders of the team, has to keep his emotions in check. Don't allow your opposition to have an opportunity to convert because of a mistake you made.
Now 2nd and 10 from the 26-yard line. This is Gore on the screen. That's Tavon Wilson who knocked Gore out of bounds. He's shaken up. Gain of 4 for Gore. Now 3rd down and 6. .50 total yards for Gore. Raphael Bush in for Wilson. And now a timeout is taken by the Colts. Their first.
Timeout, Indianapolis.
This is a big snap right here for the Indianapolis Colts at 3rd and 6.
Well, you heard about it. Now Fox Sunday's getting conquered. Jason Sudeikis is the voice of Zorn, the barbarian who's taking over the burbs. From the creators of the Lego movie, Son of Zorn. Sneak preview right after the game tonight.
Interesting mix of animation and real footage there, Lenny.
And we are not referring to Jim Zorn, former Seahawks quarterback, Redskins head coach.
I wasn't even going there. Well, we've seen him on the last series. Dwayne Allen split out a little bit to the right.
3rd down and 6. Luck looking for Allen. Just out of his reach. Whitehead on the coverage.
A lot of double moves in the red zone with the Indianapolis Colts tight ends. Watch the little stutter and go on Tyre Whitehead. Little stutter right there. Gets him on top. Just a little bit outside of his reach.
So here's Vinatieri. 600th career field goal attempt. 5th to reach that mark. Hit from 50 earlier. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Placed down by McAfee. And Vinatieri's kick is straight through. He has now hit 27 straight, dating back to last season. Lions by 7. Back in Indianapolis, well, no more Calvin Johnson for the Lions, but no problem for Matthew Stafford today, as the Lions lead 28-21. Terrific numbers, 22 of 28, 2 touchdowns, and Stafford has hit 7 different receivers.
You cannot replace Calvin Johnson with one player. It's going to have to be done by committee, and you can see the approach that Matthew Stafford and Jim Bob Cooter are going to try to utilize during the course of the season. That ball will be spread around to a lot of capable, skilled players.
Well, how much has Calvin Johnson meant to the Detroit Lions? He's their all-time leading receiver. Since Stafford entered the league in 2009, only Matt Ryan and Roddy White in Atlanta have hooked up for more completions than Stafford to Johnson.
And how surprised were we to find that out? I mean, I was really surprised that Matthew and Calvin weren't the #1 combo during that time period. So it's going to be interesting to watch this offense evolve during the course of the year.
First and 10, 25-yard line. Abdullah in the backfield for the Lions. And this is Abdullah on first down. Spins back to the line of scrimmage as we head for an update on the Cowboys and the Giants with Carissa.
Yeah, here's a familiar sight that we actually haven't seen since week 3 of 2014. Giants fans loving the return of the salsa dance from Victor Cruz. The Giants up 20-19 late in the 4th on this one. Kenny, Darrell, and Laura.
Great to see Victor Cruz back. Missed all of last season. Took part in our pregame show, reading letters sent to the New York Giants organization following tragedy on 9/11. Second down at 10. Stafford to the outside, and that's receiver number 8. It's the rookie tight end Cole Wick. As we check in with Laura.
Kenny, you guys are talking about all the versatile players that Matthew Stafford has. They're actually down one right now, perhaps the most versatile, with Theo Riddick. The running back is being evaluated for a head injury. I'll update you if there's any further information.
Thanks, Laura. We saw Theo head to the locker room earlier. He scored the game's first touchdown. Lions now facing a 3rd down and 4. Lions must get to the 35. Stafford over the middle. And it's knocked away from Jones by Rashawn Melvin, who's in for the injured Patrick Robinson.
It's a heck of a play on the ball. Watch Marvin Jones. He's coming from the opposite side of the field. Look at all the traffic that he has to negotiate right there. He gets bubbled underneath. So you're trying to gain ground. So once you catch the ball, you've got the necessary yardage for the first down, but he actually had to come underneath all that coverage. Even if he caught that with Rashawn Melvin playing the position that he was, I think he was going to take him down short of the first down.
Melvin was in camp with Miami, released by the Dolphins. Signed with the Colts. Bray lets it go. And the Colts are pinned deep in their own territory, trailing the Lions by 7. A look at the numbers for the 2 quarterbacks, Matthew Stafford, Andrew Luck.
Been neck and neck since that last drive of the first half. Andrew Luck taking his team down the field to get that touchdown, shored up those stats at the end of the first half, and it's been a fun second half here.
Lions at one point led by 18. Colts pulled to within 3. It's now a 7-point game. Colts start from their 6-yard line. Luck looking to throw from the end zone. There is a flag as Hilton is unable to come down with it.
Whatever the Colts did in that situation and formation to get that matchup, they've got to go back to it, because they ended up getting Kyle Van Noy one-on-one with T.Y. Hilton. That's a linebacker against one of the faster receivers in the NFL. And it was good coverage by Kyle Van Noy. It was a double move and everything. He played it really well. Another guy been battling injuries his entire career, his time with Detroit. Coaches are excited. It's his first offseason where he hasn't been in some type of a rehab situation. He's been able to get himself stronger, faster, had a nice camp. That's a heck of a play right there.
First career start. Now the flag was dropped just inside the 1 yard line. Remember, holding in the end zone would be a safety, but the flag just in front of the goal line as Luck had stepped up.
Holding. Holding. Offense, the penalty is declined. Brings up second down.
Pass incomplete, so the Lions decline the penalty.
Rather take the use down than just getting a couple of yards for the holding penalty. Yeah.
Holding did not happen in the end zone, which is why the flag was dropped in front of the goal line. Now 2nd and 10. This is Gore. And Gore gives the Colts some breathing room. Takes it out to the 14-yard line for a pickup of 8.
That's big right there. In a situation like that, to be able to hand the ball off and get it into a 3rd and short situation.
How about what Andrew Luck told us about Frank Gore, who joined the Colts last season? He said he's the type of guy you want him to respect you. You want to earn Frank Gore's respect when he becomes your teammate.
Yeah, those are unique people. They're unique people on a roster where really you play as hard as you possibly can because you want them to consider you a very, very good football player.
3rd down and 2. Luck complete to Ferguson. And Ferguson stumbling forward. The rookie out of Illinois picks up a Colts first down. He needed 2 and he gained 12.
It's a nice play design there. Motion him out of the backfield, and you get that release from the receiver on the outside coming across into the middle of the field, and you disrupt the inside man moving out to cover Josh Ferguson.
New set of downs for the Colts, who trail by 7. From the 26-yard line on 1st down. And Luck's pass gets batted down. This time it is the rookie out of Alabama, Ashawn Robinson, the 2nd-round pick by the Lions.
Lions have done a nice job this afternoon. They've deflected 3 or 4 passes.
We saw Nada got a piece of one earlier. DeAndre Levy. Now Robinson. Second down and 10. Luck's pass is caught by the tight end Jack Doyle for a Colts first down at the 39-yard line. Gain of 13.
That's a nice catch by Jack Doyle. Good job of being able to maintain possession. He's going to take a big hit and go to the ground on this from Don Carey. No, I'm sorry, Quandre Diggs.
Another first down for the Colts. Lions had the big edge early, but the total yards just about even. Colts with 1 more yard than the Lions. From the 39-yard line. Luck to Hilton. Hilton stays in bounds, and that is blocked out at the 29-yard line by Wilson. So T.Y. Hilton gains 32 for a Colts first down.
Well, they are catching some good matchups with their formation and their movement, because this is T.Y. Hilton against the safety. We saw him against a linebacker earlier in this drive. You're going to try and make sure that you have number 13 covered by one of your corners. You can see right there as Tavon Wilson tries to come out of his break, he just doesn't have the ability to break as quickly as T.Y. Hilton does.
5th catch for Hilton, and Luck is over 300 yards for the 22nd time in his career. From the 29 on first down, it's Gore. Gore picks up 4 as we check in on the Seahawks and the Dolphins with Carissa.
Oh.
All right, thanks, Carissa. So the Seahawks take the lead late.
How big could that block PAT be?
Jets had one block today and lost to the Bengals by 1. Second down and 6 from the 25. Luck steps up, can't find anyone, and Andrew Luck will slide. Picks up the first down and a flag as he took the hit following the slide. Whitehead says, who, me?
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I don't think he came in and hit him hard. He pulled off. What they want the players to do in this situation, once the quarterback designates he's sliding, be emphatic with it, freeze first.
There was no foul on the play.
Good job by Ed Hockley.
The defender had already begun the tackle, and he did not punish him with the blow.
Right, so because Whitehead came in after Luck slid, and Whitehead had already begun the tackle, as Ed Hockley said, so a good job by the officials to pick it up.
Yeah, well done.
But Luck did pick up the first down. From the Lions 16, 8.5 remaining. Off the fake to Turbin, Luck throws, it's Doyle, touchdown!
Well, he came into the game and everybody was really talking about the speed at wide receiver. T.Y. Hilton, Dante Moncrief, Philip Dorsett. What a big day for the tight ends of the Indianapolis Colts. Just a straight out corner route. Nevin Lawson is late getting over. That's an impressive drive by the Indianapolis Colts.
They started at their own 6. A 94-yard drive. Vinatieri, the extra point. The Colts have tied the game at 28. Chuck Pagano talked about slow starts, strong finishes. We are tied. Welcome back to Indianapolis. Kenny Albert, Darryl Johnston, Laura Oakman, Andrew Luck, and the Colts have come back. There's Jack Doyle, who scored the touchdown moments ago. At one point, the Lions had a 21-3 lead, and we are now tied at 28 on kickoff weekend in Indianapolis.
Jack Doyle had the touchdown catch, but he had a huge catch early on in that drive. Just at 94 yards by the Colts. Impressive after a really nice punt. When the Lions drive stalled, and they get him pinned down with Sam Martin, and they just come right down the field.
Look at Stafford's numbers. He's 9 of 10 in the second half. Remember that holding penalty, which was declined?
I agree with that, though. You take second down and 10 as opposed to first and 12 because they were inside the 5-yard line. It wasn't going to be a big difference.
And then the big catch by Doyle. Hilton, the 32-yard reception. And now the Lions start from the 25-yard line. It's Abdullah who spins ahead for a couple.
As we're getting ready for this game, we heard a lot of talk about this up-tempo style of offense that the Detroit Lions can jump into. And right now, they came in with 8 defensive backs. They've had 2 leave. T.J. Green has left, and Patrick Robinson has left. They're only down to 6. They're only down to 6. So if you start rolling this tempo, you're going to tire those guys out.
Belvin remains in at left corner. Winston Guy at safety for the 2 injured Colts. Stafford to the outside. Catch is made by Golden Tate, defended by Rashawn Melvin, and Tate picks up the first down. The OT coming up. Kurt and the gang in Houston, side of Super Bowl 51 on Fox.
Well, I tell you, some exciting games here on opening week. A lot of tight fits.
Seahawks with a late score to defeat the Dolphins. A lot of high-scoring games and close games as well. On first down, Stafford swings it out. This is Abdullah, who finds some running room. He's across midfield and is down at the Colts 49. So Abdullah gains 14.
And Amir Abdullah slow getting up, and we've already got Theo Riddick in the locker room. See what happens at the end of the run.
And Riddick, Darrell, has returned to the sideline, and here he comes to replace Abdullah.
Back just in time. He had gone in to the locker room earlier this half.
And Laura talked about the potential head issue, but Riddick has been checked out by the medical staff, and he is back on the field. First and 10 for the Lions from the Colts 49. This is Riddick. And Riddick is inside the 40, picks up the Lions first down.
I tell you what, there was not a lot there at the beginning of that run. This is impressive by Theo Riddick. Watch the jump cut right here. There's really nothing there. There's a jump side. Now back the other way.
Riddick picks up 12.
Wow, you had a first down out of something that looked like you were going to put your team in 2nd and 10.
Now Burton, the fullback, has checked in. From the Colts 37 in a tie game under 6 minutes remaining. Play clock winding down. Stafford hands it off. It's Riddick. Tried to cut inside. Now passes to the outside. Riddick finally taken down by Melvin at the 30 after a gain of 7.
Theo Riddick is feeling it right now. Here's another one. This looks like it's going to be negative yardage on this one. He's all bottled up. Oh, he got him right there. I mean, Zach Kerr's got him lined right up.
Remember what Jim Caldwell told us? I don't know if anyone can cover Theo one-on-one.
Well, I don't think anybody can tackle him either right now.
Second down and 3. Split backs. Stafford steps up and fires incomplete. He was looking for Jones. There is a flag. Back at the 37-yard line.
Holding offense number 64. 10 yards. Repeat second down.
That's the center, Travis Swanson.
Matthew Stafford got lucky right there. That was thrown into a lot of coverage. Travis Swanson, number 64, your center, working on David Perry. David Perry gave him the old shrug and tug. Travis Swanson had to grab a hold of him so he didn't get back to Matthew Stafford.
Second down and 13 following the penalty. Off the fake to Abdullah, who has returned. This is Anquan Bolden. And Bolden takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line for a Lions first down.
Well, I tell you, on this drive right now, I mean, Coach Monachino is going to be so upset with his players because they've been in position to make plays. We've seen 2 runs by Theo Riddick that should have been held to short gains. And really on that play, as Anquan Bolden goes back to the inside, there's a lot of Colts who lose contain, lose their angles, and allow Anquan Bolden to get the yards necessary for the first down.
Strange to see him wearing number 80, wore number 81 his first 13 seasons, but out of respect to Calvin Johnson, now wearing 80 as a Lion. This set of downs for Detroit. To the outside, it's Ebron, the tight end. And Ebron takes it inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line of Indianapolis. And another injury on the defensive side for the Colts. It's Winston Guy, who was in for the injured Green, who replaced the injured Gathers. So number 3 at free safety, he is now down.
Now that takes you down to 5. We talked about the start of this drive that they had 6 healthy players left in the secondary. Now you're down to 5. So you're going every snap. In the types of formations you're playing right now, you're going to be in nickel personnel to cover the Lions.
So here comes Matthias Farley, the rookie out of Notre Dame, to replace the injured Winston Guy.
Yeah, you could see him step on Eric Ebron's foot and turn that ankle.
Colts lost T.J. Green. They lost Patrick Robinson. Both starters, and now one of the replacements, Winston Guy, helped up to his feet. So Farley will come in. Matthias Farley in camp with Arizona, released. Another signing late in preseason by the Colts. Just like Cromartie, just like Melvin, and they are all on the field right now.
And that's the one thing you could say. The injuries started happening early in camp, so it gave them the opportunity to get guys in, get them quality reps, afford them the opportunity to work together. But you're down to that group right now, as you pointed out, Kenny. Yeah, 3 of the 5 guys on the field right now are late additions in training camp.
First and 10 for the Lions from the Colts 13. Riddick in the backfield. Set up to the left of Stafford. 3 wide receivers set. Stafford on first down. Backpedaling, throws. It's Riddick inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown! His second of the game.
Again, another nice play design when you get down into the red zone. They've answered my question. How are you going to perform in the red zone without Calvin Johnson? This week they have been excellent. You're going to cross formation and just leak out kind of a little screen type. You've got pressure coming off the edge. You've got Larry Warford out front. Matthew Stafford backpedaling, holding that ball, allowing it to develop. Takes a big hit from Eric Walden as he delivers it. Not feeling good right now, but when he leans up and sees Theo Riddick run into the end zone, he'll feel a little bit better.
Third touchdown pass of the game for Stafford. Riddick opened the scoring with a 21-yard touchdown run into the end zone again here in the fourth quarter, and the extra point is no good. It's a 6-point game with just over 4 minutes remaining in Indy. Moments ago, the missed extra point, Matt Prater, wide right. The extra points went from 99% in 2014 down to 94% last year when they moved it back, and Doug Pagano knows immediately. There's Riddick, who scored the touchdown. So how about this? Pagano goes for 2 earlier and is successful, which made it a 21-18 game. Lions had the lead, and now the Lions miss an extra point. Jets missed a big one. Blocked extra point earlier. Seahawks, although it did not haunt them, they won by 2. We welcome those of you who have just joined us, who have been watching the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Kenny Albert, Darryl Johnston, Laura Oakman in Indianapolis. Andrew Luck in his return. Had not played in a regular season game in 10 months. Well, his Colts trailed the Lions in the second quarter 21-3. Colts came back, tied the game at 28, but moments ago, a Lions touchdown and a missed extra point. 6-point game. Colts start from their 25-yard line on first down. Catch is made out of the 34 by T.Y. Hilton. A pair of first overall picks, both with 3 touchdown passes today. Matthew Stafford, Andrew Luck.
Excellent play from the quarterback position all afternoon. Interesting to see who Andrew Luck's going to lean on this drive. Last drive, it was the tight ends.
This is Frank Gore. And Gore picks up a first down out across the 40. Couple of touchdowns for the Colts tight ends today, Dwayne Allen and Jack Doyle.
And 2 teams that really struggled running the football last season, both having productive running days today. It hasn't had to be one-dimensional with just the passing game. Frank Gore for the Indianapolis Colts, and then a combination of Theo Riddick and Amir Abdullah for the Detroit Lions.
Gore, the NFL's leading active rusher, the longtime San Francisco 49er. First and 10 from the 41. Off the fake to Gore. Luck firing downfield. It's Dorsett who makes the catch at the Lions' 26-yard line. Philip Dorsett gains 33.
Well, the first half, it was the deep in to Dante Moncrief. Now it's the big crossing route to Philip Dorsett in the slot, coming all the way across the field. And another well-thrown ball. And great competition at the point of the catch. Andrew Luck has put the ball on the spot, but his receivers have done a great job going up and battling for it.
Luck has now thrown for 368 yards in his return. We approach 2 minutes remaining. From the Lions 26. Luck to the outside. It's Dorsett again. As the clock continues to run. Gain of 5 to the Detroit 21-yard line.
Well, that was impressive because Andrew Luck is reading to the right, goes back to the left, has Ziggy Ansah in his face. I still don't know how he made that throw.
We hit the 2-minute warning in Indianapolis. Lions leading the Colts by 6. Beautiful Sunday in Indianapolis. Roof and window both open, 72 degrees. 6-point game. Second down and 5 from the 21. It's Frank Gore. And Gore picks up a first down for the Lions 12.
Nice job by Andrew Luck. A lot of times we see quarterbacks at the line audibling to the pass. We're going to audible to a run right here, down and around. Frank Gore gets in there. Good patience with the feet, not pressing it too hard. Allows that running lane to develop.
New set of downs for the Colts. 3 receivers set. Gore set up to the left of Luck. From the 12-yard line on first down. The quick out to T.Y. Hilton. Not much. Brought down at the line of scrimmage. Andrew Luck, who will celebrate his 27th birthday tomorrow, making his return.
Timeout Indianapolis. That's
Colts
their second.
use their second timeout. Here in the fourth quarter, it was Luck hitting his tight end, Jack Doyle. Extra point tie the game at 28. Stafford to Theo Riddick. Riddick's second touchdown today. But Matt Prater, for only the 5th time in his 10-year career, would miss the extra point attempt. So the Lions lead is 6, not 7.
And we had the 2-point conversion earlier in the game by the Indianapolis Colts. Against, kind of what I think is a philosophy. Coach Pagano went for a 2-point conversion early in the third quarter, and that could end up being the difference here in the game.
That made it 21-18. Now 2nd and 10 from the Lions 12. Luck moving to his right. He throws. Catch is made by Moncrief. And he's tackled at the 6 by Nevin Lawson.
Never underestimate the athleticism of Andrew Luck. He breaks contained on the outside. This ends up being a really nice tackle by Nevin Lawson. Watch how close Dante Moncrief comes to breaking this tackle. Coming out, makes the throw right there, spinning back inside. I thought he was going to pull away from Nevin Lawson right there and stretch that down towards the goal line.
So it will be a 3rd down and 4 with 46 seconds remaining. Andrew Luck and the Colts trailing by 6. Ed Hockley over to the replay monitor. There's Moncrief. Watch his feet. Does he step out of bounds? Think he touched White?
I tell you, maybe that last step when he came back, I thought the first one was good closer to the 6-yard line. I thought he was okay, but that last step right before he broke inside, when he puts that left foot down to come back in, that looked like it got very close. Freeze it right here. We'll take a look when it goes out. Looks good there. See that second step when he goes, still looks good. This one right there. Well, that was one I thought he got close, but I think it's going to be one of those calls that stand. I don't know if we're going to have enough video information, because that foot right there, the one, it's kind of blocked by the official's head down there on the sideline. It gets kind of covered up there. So from that angle,
the ruling on the field stands as called.
So the call on the field stands. It was ruled a catch initially. So the Colts now facing a 3rd down and 4 from the Lions 6. 46 seconds remaining. Gore in the backfield, 3 wide receivers, the tight end Doyle, slot to the right.
this has been the area. The tight end down in the red zone has been big for the Colts here in the second half.
Luck on 3rd down, looking end zone. He fires, touchdown! You called it, Darrell. Jack Doyle.
Well, we came to the top of the broadcast with some question marks. You always have them in your opening game of the season, and both of them involve the offensive lines for the Colts and the Lions. This is the second time that Andrew Luck has been able to hold the ball because his protection has been good up front to allow his receiver to get into that second window and run himself open. Jack Doyle was covered initially when Andrew Luck wanted to get to him, but the protection held up front, allowed him to get to that second window. And again, the tight ends have been outstanding here for the Colts in the second half.
For Jack Doyle, the Indianapolis native, his second touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And now Adam Vinatieri, oldest player in the NFL. The extra point is good. There is a flag.
Personal foul, leaping by the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty. Will be enforced on the kickoff.
So Jack Doyle, the local product, with the touchdown which tied the game, and then the extra point has given the Colts a 1-point lead, and we've talked about it, Darrell, throughout the day in our discussion with head coach Chuck Pagano on Friday. He said, throughout my head coaching career here in Indianapolis, one of the big stories has been slow starts in seasons, in games, and then strong finishes.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable that you have that message out to your guys. You know, he talked to them about it all week long, and they come out and they fall behind 21-3, and they have fought back to this point. It's unbelievable. And, you know, when you've got the message from your coach and you come out and you do exactly what he warned you not to, for them to be able to hang in and fight through this. And let me tell you what, the secondary for the Indianapolis Colts, they were banged up with injuries coming into this game. They came onto the field with 8 guys dressed. They've lost 3 during the course of the game. The last part here in the 4th quarter, the last part of the 4th quarter, they've been playing with 5 guys. So they've been, when you go to that nickel situation, it's every defensive back that they have left dressed for the game today that have been on that field. It's a great job by that back end of the Colts, hanging in there all day.
Next man up, one of the themes we heard throughout our meetings with the Colts on Friday. And that has been the situation here today, kicking off from the 50 following the personal foul. And now with 37 seconds remaining, Matthew Stafford and the Lions, who led 21-3 late in the second quarter, with all three of their timeouts trailing by one, following the missed extra point with just over 4 minutes remaining.
Now, Matt Prater missed the extra point to get him in this situation, but he has a big leg. And there is time for this Detroit Lion group to get down into field position for him to have an opportunity at a field goal to win this game.
Right, he's the NFL record holder. 64-yard field goal for Denver. So Stafford and the Lions go to work, trailing by a point. Picking up a first down and more is Riddick, who's been outstanding today, all the way out to the 44-yard line, and now the Lions will use their first timeout with 28 seconds on the clock. There's Matt Prater. Chuck Pagano told us he showed a number of Matt Prater clips to his team all week long. Prater with that NFL record 64-yard field goal back in 2013. He hit from 60 during this preseason. The Colts are well aware.
That puts the yard to get about the 42 of the Indianapolis Colts for the 60 that he has hit earlier in the preseason. Obviously, you add 4 to that for the 64-yarder that he did in the altitude out at Denver.
28 seconds remaining. Stafford on first down. Throws, and it's complete to the tight end, Ebron. In Colts territory to the Indianapolis 46, and the Lions will use their second timeout.
And you can see Matthew Stafford getting right up to Eric Ebron. In this situation, you don't want to fight for extra yardage. If you're tied up and you're tangled up in the field to play, get down on the ground and let your offense call timeout. You're not. Time is the most important thing. 3 seconds is much more important than 1 yard.
So right at this spot, the 46-yard line, that would equal a 64-yard field goal. Prater is the only man in the history of the NFL that has hit from that distance. 1 timeout remaining for Detroit.
Watch this guy in the middle of the field. You've got 1 timeout left.
That's Theo Riddick. Stafford throws, and it's caught by Jones. Winding the clock. Down to 12 seconds. Stafford wanted Jones to get out of bounds. Obviously, Lions will use their final timeout, and they are certainly in Matt Prater's range.
Working against Antonio Cromartie. He was banged up a little bit earlier in the game right there. Released inside, turned him around a little bit. And that's 2 guys. So, Eric Ebron, I want you on the turf so I can call the timeout and just get out of bounds in that situation. He wanted another shot for a couple more plays.
12 seconds remaining. Lions out of timeouts. If they do not gain another yard, this would be a 43-yard attempt. 12 seconds, no timeouts. Trailing by 1. And Stafford will throw it out of bounds. Down to 8 seconds. Here comes the field goal unit.
I didn't understand the situation there. You've got no timeouts. Anything can happen in a situation where that ball's on the ground and clock runs out. I mean, I didn't really understand what they were trying to accomplish with that play right there. When you've got to use your final timeout because your receiver gets tackled in bounds, just bring Matt Prater out in that situation.
Prater's first field goal attempt. He missed the 33-yard extra point earlier. This a 43-yard attempt. He missed the extra point from the left hash. Ball is placed down, and Prater's kick from 43 yards out is good. The Lions go back on top with 4 seconds remaining.
Maybe the one thing that Jim Caldwell was doing with that last play was just to take a little bit more time off that clock, not to leave the Indianapolis Colts with much time at all on their next possession. With the execution and the kick right there, takes it down to 4 seconds left.
Redemption for Matt Prater, who missed the extra point attempt with just over 4 minutes remaining. Jim Caldwell, longtime coach here in Indianapolis, assistant under Tony Dungy, head coach, brought the Colts to Super Bowl 44. They were defeated by the Saints. And Chuck Pagano across the way. His Colts now trail by 2.
Well, you practice this play during the course of the season. You're going to have something specially designed. We've seen them all at the end of the games trying to keep the ball in play. It'll be interesting to see what Detroit does in the kicking situation. Do they put it in play and try to rally up? Or do they allow Matthew Stafford to come on at the 25-yard line and try one of the crazy plays, or Andrew Luck, one of those crazy plays at the line of scrimmage?
Did Andrew bring the Stafford band with him?
Exactly. Who knows? The way this game has been all afternoon.
Juan Bray is back deep for the Colts. 4 seconds remaining.
Going to make him return it.
Here comes Bray. Now Turbin. Moncrief.
That's not bad right there.
This is T.Y. Hilton. Hilton looking for a teammate. Drops it off. Now Jack Doyle has scored the 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter. Back into the end zone for T.Y. Hilton. And that will do it. There is a flag in the end zone. Frank Wycheck nowhere to be found.
It looked promising there for a second. They had some numbers on the right sideline when T.Y. Hilton came out the one time.
There was an illegal forward pass thrown from in the end zone. That foul occurred in the end zone. It therefore results in a safety, and the game is over.
So the final score in Indianapolis, the Lions 39 and the Colts 35. A wild one. We'll be back.